Coming off a 3-1 home loss to Denver, ASU Soccer is also on the move. This weekend, the squad will head south to Tucson. But while Arizona State relishes every opportunity to fight for the Territorial Cup against rival U of A, that's not what this journey is all about. Instead, the women's soccer team will have their radars trained on Northern Illinois and San Francisco in the U of A Cats Classic. To talk more about the Sun Devil weekend in Tucson, we bring in soccer insider Drew Andre. Drew, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Alex.
So we're going to talk ASU soccer here. They started hot, had three wins, then they eventually dropped one to Denver. But for the most part, everything has sort of gone according to plan. So tell me, aside of the loss with Denver, what else has been a surprise?
Well, I'd say overall, it's pretty much been what's expected. The first couple games of the season, for the one exception of Boston College, who's a real good team, they're playing teams that they're expected to beat, and they're expected to score a lot of goals. So then we move on to Sunday against Denver, and that wasn't expected at all. Denver was supposed to be in that category of those teams that maybe just aren't quite as good as ASU. So they won 3-1. However, the Sun Devils had 20 shots in that game compared to Denver's only 6. So you can't really see that Denver really outplayed them, but the goalkeeping was the issue. Now Megan Delaney, who's normally the starting goalkeeper, she was replaced at halftime. Emma Maisel came in the second half for the starting goalie. And so right now, as we look forward, I talked to Coach Boyd earlier in the week, and he doesn't know who's going to be the starting goalie coming up this weekend. He said it's wide open.
Wide open in the keeper position, some highs, some lows. But I want to talk about highs for Sun Devil soccer. Who has stood out to you?
Well, Jazz Marie Mater, she's a junior forward, and she's been really dominant so far this year. She scored 4 goals in only 5 games so far this season. She scored four goals total in her first 2 years as a Sun Devil. So clearly she's been attacking. I talked to her last week, and she told me she's just really hungry to score, and that's been the big difference maker. She's had 18 shots on goal. So, I mean, with her leading that attack, they're looking pretty good.
Well, that's a slight teaser. We're going to hear more from Jazz Marie Mater later, but let's finish with this final question. Down here in Tucson, we have 2 great opponents for the Sun Devil soccer team to face off against. Right. What should Sun Devil fans look forward to?
Well, I'd say you're going to see the Sun Devils play pretty well this weekend because of that loss on Sunday. I know they're going to come out really aggressive, and they're better than both University of San Francisco and Northern Illinois. So unless it's another upset, which I would assume isn't going to happen because they worked really hard this week to prevent a game like Sunday from happening, they want to get these 2 wins before they start Pac-12 play. Drew,
it's always great to have you on the show. That's my friend Drew Andre, and make sure you check in on Sun Devil Soccer as they take on Northern Illinois and San Francisco down in Tucson.